Yeah. Once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kids TV in the house like kitchen sinks. I was speaking to some young people, a couple days ago, and, it's, how it is to be young, right? You feel as though you got your whole life in front of you. You feel as though, oh, man, this old dude talking to me, man, he don't know what he's talking about. As though I haven't gone through the same things that you're currently going through, but I get it because I was once a young man. Not really an old man at this point, but, I was once a young man that thought that I really and truly knew any and everything. Couldn't tell me nothing. I had it all figured out. Remember the episode on the Cosby Show? Not sure how many of you all watched the Cosby Show. You jump in the comments, let me know if you if you used to watch the Cosby Show, if you will. It was an episode in which Theo, which was Theo Huxtable, he was Bill Cosby's son, the show was Heathcliff Huxtable. I don't think I have to explain this to anybody. Everybody watched the Cosby Show. And he had all D's and F's on his report card. And so, when his father approached him about the matter, he was like, no problem, Dad. I'm not going to college. So, Heathcliff was like, yeah, you daggone right. With the grades you got, you're definitely not going to college. How do you think you're supposed to survive, son, if you don't go to college? Or if you don't get a trade, if you don't get a skill or education? I'm going to get out of school. I'm going to get a job. Okay, so he grabbed the Monopoly money. Let's just say you make $1,200 a month. And he just started breaking it down. You got so much for rent. Now, mind you, this was in the 80s. You got $300 for rent. You got a couple hundred for a car. And every time that he would subtract, he would take the money from the $1,200. But Theo, being a kid and thinking that he knows everything, he's like, I'll live in my car, and he grabs $200 back. Okay, well, you got to pay car insurance. I'll drive a motorbike. So every single time that he said something, he had an answer. You got to eat. I'll eat bologna sandwiches. See, Dad, I got it all figured out. I got a job, and I got X amount of dollars at the end of the month. So Heathcliff is like, you gonna have a girlfriend? He's like, you know it, and grabs all the money that he had in his hand. So I point that out for the simple fact that, as I mentioned previously, when you're young, typically you think, and we've all done it, you think that you know any and everything. It's hard for anybody to tell you anything. Now, before I get into today's story, if you will, understand that I'm a self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better. Meaning that anytime I give you a video or story, it's guaranteed to be a minimum of 30 minutes or better. If you're on your way to work, you don't feel like being there. So often we don't. You're on your way home from work, you need to laugh, you need to cry. Let's say you're trying to lay down, take a nap, or you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you view or listen to this video. Or just maybe you're just in the mood for a good old-fashioned true penitentiary, keyword being true, penitentiary / life experience / life story. This is the channel for you. If you like the 8, 10, 12, 15-minute videos, absolutely nothing wrong with those whatsoever. But at Real Kids TV, it's 30 minutes or better. So with all that being said, there is a message. Like I said, man, I was speaking with these individuals, and I'm just really, really gauging as far as their minds, how they're feeling. Not really doing too much talking initially. Dudes is in the streets, man. Beef. Man, it's beef, man. It's up. That's what they saying now. If it's up, it's stuck. And I'm talking to an individual, and he's telling me, and he's really making some sense, because he's like, OG, you got to understand this, man. Just because you change your lifestyle and you decide to get out of the streets, you decide that, everything that's already transpired and everything that's already taken place previously, just because you leave it alone, guess what? It ain't as though your ops, your enemies, your ops feel as though, you know what, I feel it, man, we're going to let that go. Nah, man. So you got to stay woke. You have to always be alarmed. You have to always be on guard, because I'm not in the streets no more. 6 months later, I'm out with my kids, my girl, my mama, whatever. Ain't no respect these days. Back in the day, from what I understand, this is the young man talking to me. From what I understand, back in the day, if you with your kids, you with your, your mother, your grandmother, what have you, you off limits. Okay, homie, we gonna catch you. We gonna catch you. We gonna catch you, but we gonna catch you later. But now, man, it don't matter, man. It don't matter who you with, whoever you around, kids, whatever. Anybody can get it. Now, we not trying to, knock the kids down. But if they just happen to be with you, if they just happen to be in the car with you, then they just happen to be in the car with you. And I'm really, really listening and trying to not necessarily understand, because I do understand. I don't agree, but I do understand as far as what he's saying. Y'all rock with me, man. Let me know. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, man. Y'all let me know where you're chiming in from, and let me know if you're rocking with real Kens, respectfully. So the more and more I listen, the more and more concerned that I become. Think about it. How do you... It's not as though... See, I do a manual rewind on my channel. But there's no such thing as manual rewinds in real life. So if you've had all of this beef over here, pause, double pause. You've had all these problems over here. How can you possibly expect for it to just go away because you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. I'm out the game, man. I'm washing my hands. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. You done made some mamas cry too. You done made some mothers worry. You done made some mothers buy some black dresses just as well. But now you done. No, don't work that way. So it's best to just not even become engulfed, even become involved in the streets whatsoever. Because once you do, it's pretty much a never-ending situation. Unless you just, move away, then you're still going to want to come home because you miss your family, your friends, your loved ones, or what have you. And you come home. I've seen it. A couple years ago, man, you had an individual that was playing college basketball, doing, very, very well. Actually, it happened a couple times. One person was playing college basketball. The other individual was playing college football. Came home. Not spring break, but winter break, if you will. Never made it back. Now, both of them were, I think the one that was playing football, obviously he didn't come home during winter break because he was playing football. You see what I'm saying? But whatever time that they came home, during the off season or doing off time during the season, never made it back to school. They were playing sports, but yet they were still kind of in the streets. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So because you went away to school and you gone for a year, 2, 3 years or whatever, guess what? We ain't forgot about this over here. I know what you did last summer. I'll never forget what you did last summer. They never made it back to school. So upon listening to their concerns and stories or what have you, they wanted to hear a story. Yes, they wanted to hear a penitentiary story, and I gave them a story, a real, live, true story, which all my stories are true. But I wanted them to really, really feel what I was saying. I said, I'm going to give you all a story, but only thing I ask is turn your phones off, man. Put it on silent or whatever. Do not disturb or what have you. Give me about 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes or what have you, and I'm going to give you all this story. But I want you to really, really feel me and understand what the penitentiary is like. Man, my daddy been to the pen, man. My granddad, my auntie, man, my uncle, man. I get that. Again, I'm not saying that they haven't. But I just want to give you all a story, if you will, that is very, very, not going to necessarily say likely to happen, but it could happen. It's reality. I get to the pen. Everybody knows I wasn't no street goon. I wasn't no street, I'm just a dude. I'm just a stand-up dude that's going to handle my own. That's all. I wasn't out here knocking nothing down. I wasn't out here, just just a regular dude, man. But I'm a stand-up dude. I get sent to the pen. When I get sent to the pen, initially I'm on probation. So being that I'm on probation, then I catch another case, my custody level's high. So they send me behind the wall, behind the fence. You know, lions, tigers, and bears, goons, gorillas, hyenas. White collar crime. But yet I'm behind the fence with the dudes that, you know, was really, really, really putting in the work in them streets, man, because I had a pending case, so it made my level go up. I ain't never been locked up no more than 30 days in the county jail. And that was, when I did 30 days in the county jail, that was before they sent me to the Rotary Farm. The Rotary Farm is, you know, look at my prior videos. It's just a place where they process you, classify you, and then send you to whatever prison you're going to go to. I didn't come up getting into trouble. I didn't get into trouble as a juvenile. I didn't have a juvenile record. I didn't start getting in trouble until, you know, 22, 23 years old, when life really, really hit me. I stopped going to college because I got sick, actually, and I had to withdraw, and I just never went back. Life hit me. I had a child, and you know how that goes. I never went back to school. So I'm working 2 jobs at an early age, you know, 22 years old, came across a lot of cash, and once that happened, off to the races. I get sent to the pen, man. Now, at this particular time, I'm at one prison, start lifting weights. I'm a little dude. I'm about 5'9", you know, and I've never really I've never lifted weights. I mean, I lifted a little weights, like I had like a little home gym in my house, but nothing significant. I'm already doing push-ups. I'm doing my dips off the bed. I'm doing pull-ups any opportunity that I get, you know, trying to get myself acclimated or what have you to prison, because I never been to prison, but people's telling me about the prison yards. I hit the prison yard immediately. The first day I'm in the weight pal. Immediately I'm in the weight pal, man. The weight pal, I didn't lift the first day, but I went. I was intrigued. I wanted to see. The weight pal was like a little shack. It didn't have any doors, any sides, any walls. It just had a covering, and it was dirt floors. It's outside on the yard. It's dirt floors. It's not that big, and you got absolute gorillas in the weight pal, man. It seemed like everybody in that pal was, man. Dudes is nice size, man, in prison, man. I always reference Damon from Friday. Introduce me to your friend, Craig. Yeah, that Damon. New fish on the line. A lot of dudes look like Damon. Maybe not as tall, some taller, some as tall, some shorter. But dudes is just buff, just swole, man, swizzo. And you seeing them in this weight pal, and they lifted every time. Throw the weights down, you hear the weights clank, clang, they clang against the ground or whatever. Next man down, next set. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Like it's a very, very serious atmosphere. I look around the yard, see dudes playing volleyball. See dudes hooping, playing basketball, because, you know, it's the summertime when I get there. Dudes walking the track. Dudes playing horseshoes. Dudes playing washers, like the little washers you throw and you try to get it as close to the cup as you can possibly get it to. It's like dirt, and you try to get it to the cup. It's like a little cup, and it's in the ground. And the closer that you get it to the cup, the more points that you get. I'm just observing. You got Peter Beach. Yeah, Peter Beach, man, is for the weirdos, man. They like to sit out in the sun, and they trying to get a tan. Mainly the white dudes. Ain't no brothers sitting on Peter Beach. And they laying out with no shirt on, and they got their shorts pulled all the way up to they, you know, they thighs or what have you, all the way up. Trying to get that tan. Just looking around, man, like, man. You got dudes playing softball. You got dudes just sitting at the table playing chess, checkers, spades, definitely poker tables. All of this goes on a prison yard. I want y'all to ride with me, man. Rock with me. I'm trying to paint a picture so you can, for you all that's never been to prison, I want you all to be able to envision how a prison yard really, really looks. Got guys running a loop, running the track 2 hours straight. I'm looking around and I'm like, I cannot believe this is not how life was supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be in prison. But nevertheless, I am. So I got to make the best of it. I got to make the most of it. I have to not necessarily I have to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to me while I am in prison. Signing up for every class, every trade, every skill that I can possibly sign up for, I'm signing up for it. This particular time, and you didn't have to work in prison. Now I believe that you either have to have a job or you have to go to school. But back then you didn't have to. You want to sit around all day and lift weights, and it's on you. I got to get in this weight pile immediately. I got to get my weight up. I started working out, going by myself. Kind of hard to get in the weight pile because everybody always, they already have the weight. So you just kind of got to get in where you fit in. I would just go and just work out on my own. A couple people took notice to it. Hey, man, rock with us, man. You jump in our car, man. We see you, dedicated or whatever. We see you down here every day, man. Come on. But I'm going to tell you this. You jump in the car, man, ain't no missing. Unless it's just something really, really drastic. I ain't feel like working out today. Nah, they take it very, very serious. Y'all been in prison? Jump in the comments and let these people know, man. They take it very, very serious in prison, man. Ain't no just missing because you want to miss. I done seen people get split. It's all I got. This is my life. And you playing with me? That's how people feel when you don't come to a workout. Not everybody, but I've seen people feel that way. Serious, man. Serious business in prison. The things on the streets that we don't really pay too much attention to is different in there. Way, way different. 50-cent pack of cookies. 25-cent pack of noodles. $1 honey bun. Man, you lose your life in there over it, or get severely hurt. I'm working out. I've probably been working out at this point for about 6 months. I'm kind of strong, man. Well, a lot of people's like, dang, man. At the time, they was calling me Lil Lex. Lil Lex is strong. They don't know that I had a weight bench in my house, so I didn't just go in there I had already lifted before. So I'm stronger than the average individual. But you got some dudes that was blowing me out the water, pause. Because they had better genes and they were just stronger. We was same weight class or whatever, but these dudes was like really, really gorillas, man. On their way to being gorillas. I'm in a cell, man. When I first come in, there's a dude, but he ends up getting out or getting transferred, something like that. Then they move another dude in. He was cool, man. Little young dude. He was cool. But he had like 2 or 3 pending write-ups. So by the time he went to court call, which is basically court in prison, they ended up giving him like 60 days in the hole, 90 days in the hole. So he was gone. So now I'm in this cell by myself. I don't have a TV. I don't have anything. At this point, I don't, because it hadn't arrived yet. You have to order your TV, Jack L. Marcus, Access. These are some of the companies that back then you would order your TV, headphones, CD player, your cooler. Well, you can buy a cooler out the window at the commissary, but like your shoes, your sweatsuits and things of that nature. Because initially they were doing home packages, but they stopped doing the home packages, so everything had to be ordered from the prison. Again, for you all that's been through this, be patient. A lot of people's never been to prison, so I'm trying to make them understand exactly what it is. So I'm in the cell pretty much. I don't have anything. When the yard locks down, the only thing I have is some books that I done checked out from the library, and that would keep me busy until I fall asleep. I'm in the cell by myself. There's an individual on the yard named Big Phil. Big Phil. One of them gorillas I was talking about. Probably 6'2", 230. Black dude. Had like a little baby afro or whatever. Just a big dude, just been doing time for the longest. They moved him into my cell. Man, I had seen Big Phil on the yard. But it was just like, damn, man, why they move him into the cell? This dude was ultra, he was just an aggressive type of individual. But he was very, very playful. He played a lot. He joked a lot and, ranked a lot. Ranking basically means, just clowning on people, just laughing at people, and they joke back or whatever, and they go back and forth or whatever. Like one dude was walking. I never will forget, man. We was in the commissary line, and one dude was walking past, and he was staff. I don't think he was a CO, but he was on the staff. And y'all need to get in, form a straight line, and nobody needs to be, because they have like a rail, and they want you to be up against the rail when you're in the commissary line, so that people can walk down the sidewalk. Y'all need to be in a straight line and up against the rail, and I'm going to take IDs, which means a write-up. If you're not up against the rail, and dude that walked past, and Big Phil was like, go ahead on push broom mustache having motherfucker. And it was so funny at the time because the dude had like a real thick mustache, and it was hanging over on the side. And he was just a funny dude, man. But he had done a lot of time. He was well respected on the yard. Everybody knew him. Nobody messed with him. He had he had two cousins that was on the yard. They all three was built about the same. Dude was a gorilla, man. And they moved him into my cell. He was trying to get into the cell with his cousin, but it takes a little bit before that happens. Sometimes it can happen immediately, but sometimes it doesn't, depending on if there's an individual in that cell and they're trying to move out, or you're waiting on them to leave, or whatever the case may be. So he was trying to get into the cell with his cousin that he worked out with every single day. But for the time being, they moved him into my cell. It's not my cell, it's just the cell I was in. I was already on the top bunk. See, they assign you bunks. So even though there was no one on the bottom bunk at that particular time, because as I mentioned, the young dude that was in there, he went to the hole. I can't just move down and sleep on the bottom bunk. You can get charged with escape, literally. If a CO wants to be nasty and he comes through and he sees, oh man, you supposed to be in this bunk, but you're not, and I don't see anybody in this bunk, that's escape. Interfering with count, major write-up, major hold time. So you pretty much want to stay in your bunk. I didn't have to worry about fighting and arguing over who gets the bottom bunk. The bottom bunk was already open. So he comes into the cell. What's up, man? What's up, dog? How you doing, man? Yeah, ain't nothing, man. So, like I said, we had already seen each other on the yard a few times. But we never really interacted. He just seen me in the weight pal. So I think he kind of respected my grind. We in the cell. He got everything. I don't have nothing. He got everything. He already been locked up several years. There's people sending him $150 a week. So he don't barely even have to go to commissary. Now, when you don't go to commissary, it just means that, okay, you got a lot of support from the street, or you got money from the street, whatever the case may be. You don't have to go to commissary and eat that slop. Now, some days it'd be good. You got chicken days, which they cut out. You got taco days. You got chicken patties. But he never really went to the commissary. He just ate out of his locker. Straight protein. He walked around. He fiend for protein. I got to have protein, man. I'm fiending. Jack Mac, peanut butter. Anything that pertained or that contained protein, he had to have. This dude, man, like I said, he seemed to be pretty cool for real. I want to say at the time he was probably 30 years old. I'm probably 23, I'm probably 24. He's probably about 30, 31. Wasn't old at all. Just had done so much time. Big Phil, what up, what? You know what I'm saying? So you heard on the yard, like, nobody ran up on Big Phil. Like I said, he had two other cousins. He had more family, but these two other individuals, they all worked out together. go to visit. Because eventually my things come in. I get my TV, you know, I get my CD player, I got my food and everything. So now I got my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never asked me for nothing or whatever. I ain't never asked him for nothing. He would just, you know. So I go to visit. When I go to visit, my girl at the time, which was my daughter's mother, oh man, she's fine. She's stacked. She comes, she got these tight jeans on, and Big Phil had a whole lot of love, man. When I say he had a whole lot of love, meaning a lot of people would, you know, come and visit him. Every week he's on visit. People used to sneak to the bathroom. They had like, because it was, you got to understand, this was like early 2000s. So it was a whole lot more laid back and lackadaisical. And I'm sorry if you all can't barely see me. The sun is coming out and the, you know, reflection is really, really crazy on the camera. But you can hear my voice. So that's all that matters. Now, this is what I'm telling these kids. Big Phil's trying to convince me to sneak into the bathroom with my girl. Look, bro, all you got to do is tell her to go to the bathroom, and you do this, and then you slide in. First of all, my girl wasn't with that. My girl, man, ain't going to no prison bathroom and bending over, and she wasn't with that. I'm not trying to get into any trouble, and I'm not trying to get hurt into any trouble. After all, I'm only here because my custody level is high, but it's about to drop. Because my case was over with at that point. We just waiting on the paperwork to be processed and sent back from Frankfort, which is the state capital of Kentucky, Frankfort, Kentucky. And once that happens, you all have to move me off this yard. Because now I'm no longer a level 3 inmate. I'm going to be a level 2. If anything happens to me, I wasn't even supposed to be on this yard. So you all must move me off this yard immediately. So I'm waiting on that. I know it's going to take a little bit, but nevertheless, I'm waiting on it. 2 or 3 times he sees me on visit, he keep trying to get me to go in his bathroom with my girl. And I never do it. So it gets to the point to where he's like, damn, man, you scary ass nigga. You know, we in the cell or whatever. And I'm like, what you talking about, bro? I'm saying, bro, I done made the way. I done cleared the path for you. And you act like you scared or something, man. Fine as your girl is, man. I'm like, bro, she ain't with that. What you mean she ain't with it, man? That's your girl, man. You tell her, hey, man, get to this bathroom, man. We about to do the do. We about to do. But, bruh, she's not with it. So I found myself having to explain to this individual. I found myself being in a situation where we arguing back and forth. But it's not really one of those type of arguments to where we can ready to throw hands and nothing. But I know that I have to stand up to him. I know because he's like the bigger brother, man, that'll just rough you up and bust you up or whatever. So you have to stand up to this individual. Now, we in a cell together. This particular prison in Green River Prison, the cells are way bigger than any other cells that I've seen in prison. Almost twice the size. Maybe not twice the size, but, you know, it's way bigger than any other cell. You got way more room. We arguing or whatever. But it's all, you know, nothing major. Go ahead on. You go ahead on. You say, crack a joke at me, I crack a joke at him. You know what I'm saying? Once they lock you down, 11, 12 o'clock, whatever time you get locked down, you stuck in that cell until the doors crack in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You just in the cell. You got to use the bathroom. And all these people on the internet talking about, oh, man, ain't no going to the bathroom. You alive. You got to go, man. Hey, bro, I got to use this bathroom, man. You going to turn over, whatever. You put the little sheet around you, curtain, whatever that you got. Sometimes you might put your mat around you or whatever. You spray the little spray or whatever. But hey, you gotta go, man. It's just what it is, man. That's what it is. You try not to do that. But if it happens, I mean, you gotta go. You just gotta cover your face up and put a towel over your face, man, and you know, keep showing respect by flushing the toilet. You keep flushing. That's a sign of respect. Like, bruh, basically what you're saying is, I know it stinks, man, but I'm doing the best that I can do. Seeing people get split by not flushing the toilet enough as well. The word starts to spread on the yard that Big Phil is a bandit a little bit. Now, the reason I say a bandit a little bit, he's doing it on the slide, on the low. He got cousins, he got family on the yard, so he can't just be outright just, But the word starts to spread, and I'm in the cell with him. Potentially, I'm in the cell with a bandit. I know that I'm in the cell with a gorilla. I know that I'm in the cell with a true live gangster from the streets. I know this. But this guy might be a bandit. Been locked up for a long time. Like I said, he's 30, 31. He's been locked up for 10 straight. I got to watch myself, man. Which that was something that I always did anyway, but now I really, really have to watch myself because the word is in the air. Quiet whispers. It's quiet whispers, man. Y'all familiar with the group Quiet Whispers? Never gonna dance again. Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. And I know I've been a friend, but I've been with you. You'd have been a better friend. I don't know exact words or whatever, but it's something of a similarity, if you would. Correct me in the comments, which I'm sure you all will. And for the record, a side note, you individuals that was jumping in my comments talking about I was wrong saying that Carl Weathers, which played Rocky, well, he played Apollo in Rocky, rather. I said that he played in the heat of the night. Oh, no, that was Virgil Tibbs. That was whatever Virgil Tibbs' real name. I understand who Virgil Tibbs is. But Carl Weathers also played in the heat of the night just as well. Google it. You think I'm wrong? Google it. In the heat of the night, I got trouble on the wall. Yeah, Chief Gillespie. Yeah, Carl Weathers, a.k.a. Apollo, played in the heat of the night. It was in the latter seasons. I'm not saying that I'm never wrong, but in this particular situation, look it up. So now I'm in the cell, man, with this individual, and it's just like, man, every day I'm waiting on my paperwork to come through so I can get the heck out of this situation. But I understand one thing for certain, two things for sure. You can't rush the Department of Corrections. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen on their watch, on their dime, on their time. Got me in the cell with this gorilla, man. I'm hoping any day that his paperwork comes through and he can the transfer goes through, meaning that he can go and room with somebody else. But then it's like, dang, who they gonna bring in here next? At least him and I are cool. We have somewhat of a, we talk, we laugh or whatever. We might argue or whatever. But the fact that I'm hearing that he's a bandit and then he's having little words with me as far as why I don't want to sneak my girl into the bathroom and this and that. One night I'm at the toilet. Gotta use the bathroom, man. We locked in the cell. I gotta use the bathroom. I had to, I'm standing up, man. I had to pee. He got his headphones on. See, now they have MP3 players, but back then you had your headphones or whatever, and he's listening to Jay Holiday. I never will forget. Jay Holiday, for y'all that don't know, he's an R&B singer or whatever, and he had a song that was huge, one of his biggest hits. I'ma put you to bed. I'ma put you to bed, bed, bed. I'ma put you to bed, bed, bed. And I'ma rock your body, turn you over. Love is war, I'm your soldier. That's how the song went. So I'm sitting there, I'm using the bathroom, standing up or whatever, and he's singing. I'm hearing him singing. Big black ass nigga, man, in the cell, man. Excuse me, my French, but that's what it is. And this is Real Kens TV, and we got to keep it real. This big dark ass, black ass nigga Shadow, man. You know what I'm saying? He's dancing. Put you to bed, bed, bed. I'ma put you to bed, bed, and he could barely even rotate his shoulders. Up your body, turn you over. I'm your love your shoulders. I'ma put you to bed. He could barely even move his shoulders because he lifts so much weight. He's stiff. You see what I'm saying? I'ma put you to bed. And I'm seeing all this, the shadow, when I'm using the bathroom, talking about, I'm gonna put you to bed. If love is war, I'm your soldier. Hey, y'all don't mind me, man. I'm just having fun, but at the same time, I'm keeping it 100. Rock with me. I see the shadow getting closer and closer. We in a little bitty cell anyway, but I see the shadow getting closer and closer. I finish, doing what I do, whatever. Flush the toilet. I turn around, dude's all up on me. I ain't number 5'9". This dude's about 6'2", man. What's up? I'm trying to put you to bed, little nigga. That's what he say. I'm trying to put you to bed, little nigga. Instantly, my light flashes before my eyes. You trying to put me to bed? Boom, I push you. I got a little power too. I'm nowhere near as strong as you are, but I got a little power too. Plus, I've been peeping you in the way, pal. Pause. You don't do legs. Your legs look like the bottom end of crutches. So I know you don't do legs. Yeah, you powerful all up in here, but you don't do legs. Plus, I seen he was very, very strong in the weight, pal. I can't knock him. I can't knock him whatsoever. Just instantly, my instinct, I push him up off him. I grew up fighting, man. Lost a lot. Won a lot, lost a lot too. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I lost my few. I lost my fair share, put it that way. But I won mine just as well. Don't get it twisted. Have guns and all that stuff when I was coming up. Yeah, you had them, but you didn't, you used these. With these. But they saying Friday, with these you live. See, your uncle picked up a gun. Put him up, son. Put him up. Now you a man. See, now that doesn't really apply because ain't nobody fighting, man. People will tell you, I don't do no fighting, man. But back then you did. Push him up off me, man. Oh, you think you tough? You think you tough, little nigga? That's how he's talking to me, man. Imagine Damon from Friday. Well. Just the two I wanted to see, Craig and Day Day. Been a long time, man. Give me a hug, man. Group hug, nigga. Yeah, that type. That part. Push him up off me. Now you can push somebody up off you when they're not expecting you to do so, because they momentum and they're not really braced to be. If you push an individual, I don't care if he weighs 300 pounds, you push them and they're not really in position, or they're not knowing that they're about to be pushed, they'll go backwards. Push him up off me, man. What's wrong with you, man? I done already kind of somewhat got comfortable with him, but not too comfortable. He runs me. You think you tough, little nigga? Grabs me. Man, this dude was so strong. And my mind is racing like, oh my God, I cannot let him take me in here. Because in my mind, in my eyes, in my heart, I feel as though he's trying to take me in this mug. Booty bandit. I can't be taken by a booty bandit. I can't be taken by anybody. And if you do, I gotta do whatever I can possibly, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. I have to do whatever I can possibly do to get this gorilla off me, man. He grabs me. We tussle. Somehow I'm able to, because I'm shorter than him, I'm able to like, how a person to grab you or whatever. And if you know how to, I grew up wrestling. I was on the wrestling team for 1 year in high school. I ain't like it because it was too much running and weight dropping and all that stuff. But I always just grew up fighting and I knew how to wrestle and I knew how to use my leverage as far as my size being 5'9". Really, in my eyes, I'm 5'11". You can't tell me I ain't 5'11". Got me fucked up. 5'11". But really, I'm 5'9", respectfully. So we tussle, we in the cell, whatever, up against the wall. Somehow I'm able to get, now I got him, now I'm on the inside of him. tussle him, whatever. Tussle him. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up? I'm in shape just as well. Being that I'm on the inside, his arms on the outside, he bows me in my mouth, busts my mouth. I try to bow him back, but his arms are much longer. I can't really, so now I'm really, really, really upset, man. One thing about me, I cannot stand when an individual touches me. I've told you all that in prior videos. I've told you that when a person puts their hands on me, man, you say what you want to say, you put your hands on me. So now I'm really upset, man. I can't really do nothing. He's so much stronger than me, and he got me kind of, I can feel him. He's trying to slam me onto the ground. We up against the wall. He's trying to bite the shit out of him. Yeah. Ain't no fair in fighting. I bite, man. Y'all thought Mike Tyson bit. Holy, I bit the hell. You bit me. You bitch ass nigga, you bit me. That's what we doing. So now he backs up. Yeah, so now I can square up. Square up. Nigga, square up, damn. It is what it is. We squaring up. Dude swings. He hits me, but he don't hit me solid because I slide on him, but still he connects. Boom. Hits me. Kind of dazed. I ain't gonna lie. My legs was kind of wobbling. And, he grabbed me or whatever after he hits, because like I said, this is a closed in space. So when he swings, he grabs me or whatever. I'm still fighting. I'm talking shit because I feel like in my mind, I can't whoop dude. But mentally, I want him to know I'm not afraid of you. Got me or whatever. I'm trying to get out of it, but I can't really get out of it. I'm trying to bite him, but I can't really bite him again. Next thing you know, the CO comes over there's a speaker. There's a speaker in the cell. It's a cool CO. Not very many cool COs, but this particular time it was a cool CO on. What's going on in there? Immediately he lets go. As soon as he lets go, boom! Still on him. Catch him right here. When I hit him, I ain't really body rock him. I ain't knock him out or anything like that, but I hit him. And it's, once again, I always reference the big brother will get you. I'm talking about as soon as he let go, boom! Ain't nothing going on, CO. Everything's cool. Everything, we just, you sure don't make me come up there, don't? No. Everything's cool. I'm going to be watching. These particular cells that we were in, they weren't all glass. You got a door. Some cells you can see, but these particular doors, you couldn't. It was a cell and it was a door. It was a covered door. It wasn't, just straight glass to where you can see in. But anytime a CO hits that intercom, they can hear the confrontation, or if it's not confrontation, anything that's going on in the cell, CO can hear. I just stole on him. There's a movie called Penitentiary, man. For you all that haven't seen Penitentiary, Google the movie Penitentiary fight scene. Cell fight scene. And it was two individuals in the cell. And there was one black dude, man, they were both black dudes, but you got Sweet Pea, he's a light-skinned dude like me, you got a dark-skinned dude or whatever, and he thought that he was just used to just, doing whatever, just taking this man. And Sweet Pea wasn't having that, and they was in the cell, and they was fighting. Google that, the movie Penitentiary, prison, jail cell, or actually cell fight scene. And that's kind of how it was, man. They went at it. They fought hard, man. And that's just kind of how it was, man. The next day is crazy, man, how God works, man. I'm knowing he has leverage on me. He got way more people on the yard than what I have now. I have my Lexington people, man, that was going to rock with me, too. Don't get me, don't get it wrong, man. Don't get it twisted. Lexington, we are in the building. Shout out to Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to Hoptown. Shout out to Cincinnati. Shout out to Covington, Kentucky. Shout out to Eastern Kentucky. Everybody. The Lexington, was in the building. Next day, his transfer miraculously went through, and they moved him out of my cell. Even though he wasn't in my cell, didn't mean it was over with, because this individual, he's still on the yard. I'm on the yard. And he's, telling people, yeah, man, little dude right here, man. So I really, really have to watch myself, but I never changed my program. Kept going to work out, kept going. I went to the child hall. Had a little money sent in to me. Went to commissary. I could go spend, $40 a week at commissary, which was good back then. Nobody owes you nothing, so somebody's going to send you some money. But I still went to commissary. Even if I got $200 a week sent in, let's rewind it. I still went to the child hall. But even if I got $200 a week sent in, I'm going to still go to that child hall. Certain days, I'm going to go get what's mine. You owe me. You got me in here, so you owe me. Some of the meals, a little square, the little triangle, rectangle pizzas, whatever. The little rectangular pizzas that they used to serve in school. Chicken patties, tacos, taco salads, as I mentioned earlier. Burger day, chicken day, which they stopped serving chicken because too many people was getting their wigs split. There's certain days I'm going to go to the chow hall. I'm not too good for it. A lot of people, they want that for real, but I can't go to the chow hall because they want to present themselves to be ballers. So if I go to the chow hall, I'm not a baller. I eat straight out of my locker. Not me. Not I. I'm on the yard, watching my back. I know at any given time, because I'm still going to the weight pal, my whole thing was this. If I get an opportunity, I'm going to split this dude with one of these weights. I ain't had no shank. Everybody thinks it's so easy to get a shank in prison. Yeah, you can get one, but I mean, keeping it and having it on you at all times is something totally different. I'm going to split him one of these weights. Back then, free weights still existed in Kentucky. Certain Kentucky prisons have free weights, but it's more the lower level camps. Behind the fence, behind the walls, they got rid of the free weights. I'm going to protect myself at all costs. I got a pen that I'm carrying on me. In prison, they give you like a pen. It's probably, 3 inches, and it's flimsy or whatever, so you can't. I had pens from where I brought and snuck in, real live pens. I'm doing anything and everything I can do to protect myself at all costs, man. Dog eat dog world in the penitentiary, man. It's gorillas, man. But you're a gorilla, but can you stand being, punctured in your neck with a real live pen or a pencil that's sharpened? And I got it on me. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But we're going to find out if you run up on me. Anything I got to do to protect me and to protect mine, that's what I'm going to do. I'm on the yard. They move another dude in my cell. He got a life sentence. It's food. They move another dude in my cell. They got a life sentence plus 20. Only thing is, he's from my city. We from the same place. I don't know him. He don't know me, but we know the same people. I know his brothers. But we don't specifically know each other. He weird. We ain't really talking too much. But every day I go in the yard, I got to worry about Big Phil. I don't know if Big Phil's gonna send his goons. He got goons, man. He got little young goons that's, eventually my number's called. They move me outside of the fence. They don't move me. I'm at the same facility, but now I'm outside of the fence. Meaning, for you all that don't know, I'm no longer with the lions, tigers, bears, and gorillas. They moved me to a camp. They had a camp outside of their fence. Lower level inmates that's closer to going home. They moved me, but it's not where I want to go. I'm 3.5 hours away from home. I want to go to Blackburn, which is 10 minutes away from I'm right there in the city where I live at. They moved me outside of the fence. I work my magic. I'm talking to the dude that's over the transfers. He sees my attitude is pleasant. My grandfather had just passed away. I explained to him that how close my grandfather was to me and my family, and I get a call one day. I never will forget. I'm playing poker. Every day. I've been there about 3 weeks. I get a call. Inmates looking at me all crazy. What's this dude getting Why is he getting a call? I had shot the individual a letter that's over the transfers telling him, please, if you can, could you possibly give me the Blackburn? My grandfather's passed away. He's an intricate part of our family. He's a cornerstone. I come from, my mother had 9, 10 brothers and sisters. So it was a lot of them, really more than that. That's just by my grandmother, which was my mother's mother. Had probably 4 or 5 other kids with another lady. Respectfully. Dude was known to be like, nah, man, he ain't hearing none of that. You wasting your time or whatever. I shot him the letter, man. I made him feel my pain, man. He felt me. He called me on the phone. I got your letter. Just want to let you know. I can't tell you when. I can't tell you how soon. But just understand, I got your letter. And I'm going to do what I can do to get you to Blackburn. I couldn't believe it. Because this dude was known for being a jerk, man. But I humbled myself and man, what they doing calling you on the phone, bro? I don't know, man. He told me that he was trying to give me the Blackburn and, man, they ain't calling nobody else. Well, are you trying to get the Blackburn? Are you trying to? The very same night. The same night, 6, 7 hours later, I'm writing my girl because she hasn't been writing me. I'm not really, hearing from her as much at this point. At first, she was coming to visit me, not every weekend or whatever, because she can't. But now it's getting to the point to where I'm seeing and I'm feeling the relationship drifting away, as it so often does when you're locked up in prison. I'm in the process of writing her. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever. I'm writing, baby, I miss you. I love you. I'm trying to get the Blackburn. I'm telling her what the individual said to me as far as getting me the Blackburn. And I kid you not. This is how beautiful God is, man. Whatever your higher power is, mine is Jesus Christ. The CO came in and said, Kens. I said, yeah. Handed me 2 big black trash bags. That's what you pack your stuff up in. Garbage bags. Pack it up. Start packing my stuff up or whatever. I get transferred. They send me to Blackburn. Wow. This is crazy. Now I'm at home. I can see my kids. I can see my girl. I can see my mother. I can see my family. I'm right there in my back. When I say Blackburn, like right now, where my mom lives at, it would take less than 5 minutes to get to Blackburn. But at this particular time, it would take 10 minutes to get to Blackburn. Lower level camp, less stress, less violence, less everything. Looks better when you're going up for parole. I get to Blackburn. They sent me to Blackburn. Lo and behold, it wasn't just me. It was probably 15 of us that got sent out to Blackburn. This motherfucker Big Phil was on the list to go to Blackburn. His custody level has dropped just as well. Remember when I said we got in a fight in the cell, the CO was cool. The CO knew we was fighting, but didn't y'all handle that, or I'm going to have to handle it for you. He's going to Blackburn with me. He really don't even want to go for real. He's more of a behind the wall, behind the fence type individual. Here we go again, man. It's really getting ready to go down. We in Blackburn. He don't say nothing to me, I don't say nothing to him. We've been there maybe 2 weeks. We run into each other in the barbershop. I ain't have long hair then. See, now I got long hair. See, a lot of times people don't know because, I wear my hat all the time and my hair is in the back, but I got long hair. I'm in the barbershop. He's in the barbershop. I'm in the chair. The barber chair. Actually, I take that back. He's in the barber chair. I'm waiting to get into the chair. Man, let me tell y'all about this little crazy Let me tell y'all about this little crazy nigga right here. Pointing at me. He think he hard for real. I ain't even saying nothing. He think he hard for real. He was like, but nah. That's my little dude, man. Little pit bull, man. Little pit bull. He ain't no punk. My little pit bull, man. Dude's a pit bull for real. What he said to me, man. Reached his hand out to give me dap. Gave him dap or whatever, but I'm still apprehensive. I'm still. So when he, you give somebody dap, they pull you in. He's so strong, he pulled me in. And everything was beautiful. But I still don't trust the fact because I'm already hearing things about in the dorm, he's doing this and he's doing that. It wasn't even probably 3 or 4 days later, man, they cuffed him. Maybe a week later, they cuffed him, sent him back behind the walls, behind the fence. He didn't do anything. He didn't catch a write-up or anything. He was too intimidating. He was too physically. The COs felt as though they couldn't control him. They had a weight pal on the outside right there by security. He's out there. He's lifting, and he's so strong. He don't got no shirt on. So they gave him what's called a administrative transfer. Really no reason for it. They just can do it. Send him back behind the fence, behind them walls. That's where he wanted to go anyway. He never wanted to go to a camp. Now, I gave you all the extended version because I'm Mr. 30 Minutes or Better. So these individuals, these youngsters that I was speaking with, I'm letting them know, man, you got these chipes out here on the streets. You got these guns. You got these switches, these Glocks, these, not even Glocks at this point, man. You got these, you got army guns, if you will. In prison, man, you don't have any of that. You might not always be with your dudes. You might not always, when you go to prison, Fleece Johnson said it best. When you go to prison and you seeing dudes, that's my dude. Well, they looking at you. They may act as though it's love, but you ain't hollered at me. I've been here 7, 8 years. You ain't sent me a dime. So now you in my world. Not saying that it'll always be like that, but it can be. Now you in my world. They'll set you up, man. They'll set you up to be taken, to be took, to be robbed. Understand, man, prison is like the streets, man. Dog eat dog world, man. Stay out here on the streets. You don't have to be hard. You don't have to present yourself to be something that you're not. And even if you are, you don't. Be out here with these beautiful women out here, your beautiful kids, your beautiful mothers. Nothing like a mother, man. You want to be in prison, your mother dies. And you get that phone call, your mother's passed away. You can't go to the funeral or anything. We can lock you in the hole for the next 3 or 4 days. Next week or so you can get your... No, do you want to be where Diddy's at right now? All the money in the world? Do you want to be in a hole locked down 23 hours a day? Or just in prison in general, man? Think about that before you move, man. You get one life. One life. If you mess it up, man, it's on you, man. Nobody owes you nothing. Nobody has to take care of you when you're in prison, man. And that's the message that I try to deliver to these young folks, man. To anybody that'll listen. Prison ain't no game. It's definitely not a joke, man. Hopefully you all liked the video, enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share, subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribing, be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, you're amongst the first to receive. Yeah, I'm throwing them things in that cell, man. You're not gonna take me, man. You a bandit too. I've been hearing that you a bandit. I can't let you take me, man, because if you take me, you you get me down on the ground, ain't no telling what you gonna try to do to me, man. Now I'm never gonna ever get out of prison again. I probably will, self-defense, but it's gonna be a long time. But I tell you what, it's gonna be a price to pay, because ain't no, oh man, he caught me slipping, he just got me, and nah. When they come to me for that report, man, I don't know nothing. Nah, he didn't do that. Nah, he didn't do that. But you bet your bottom dollar. You bet your bottom dollar. Yeah. Put the pieces of the puzzle together. You know what it is. Real Kens TV, man.